Bouncing along the road that led out of town, John did his best to avoid the largest ruts, but it was clear from its state of disrepair that it was rarely used. The houses quickly gave way to gently rolling hills covered with fields and small stands of trees. Following the winding road until the town disappeared, John and Holden sat in silence, listening to the thud of the horses' hooves on the dirt. Sensing Holden's nervousness, John glanced at him.
"So, have you lived here your whole life?"
Shocked out of his stupor by the sudden question, Holden turned to look at John so suddenly he nearly fell off the cart. Gripping the side of the seat, he recovered his balance and nodded.
Yeah, I have. Born and raised."
"How did your father become the village leader?"
"Well, actually, when he was young, he served in the military as an advanced scout. He managed to survive long enough to get a discharge after the Battle of Torrens Plains," Holden said, pride clear in his voice.
"Wow. I heard that battle had something like a 90% casualty rate. How did he survive?"
Obviously passionate about the story, Holden nodded excitedly, his ruddy face glowing with pride.
"The way he told the story, he had been part of some forward action, but their unit was hit by the enemy kingdom's mage."
Holden paused, glancing at John from the corner of his eye to see if his words would have the intended impact. Seeing the shocked expression on John's face, he nodded seriously.
"That's right. They ran into a mage who controlled water using a spell that summoned a giant wave that crushed them. The first wave killed almost the entire unit, but my pops was a tough one. He managed to hide under a log and was washed away with the wave. The mage had turned the plain into a giant river, and there were bodies washing away all over the place. But my pops was smart. He actually stabbed an arrow into his armor and hung on to the log, pretending to be a dead body as he floated away. That kept him alive until the kingdom's mage arrived, and he was able to crawl back to his side's headquarters."
Shaking his head in wonder, John did not have to fake his amazement. It was practically a miracle that Holden's father had survived an encounter with a mage.